Remember back when in the winter we were so close like lovers. I swear we were one, I was lightning, you were thunder, and we were on the run with each other. On the run, on the run, on the run, on the run. Do you think about me ever? Do you think about me ever?
Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a quick get ready with me, a little chit chat get ready with me while I get ready to go to a quick meeting for an event that I am participating in. So as most of you know, if you watched my get to know me tag, which I will link in the description box below and in the cards, I attend Fort Valley State University. It's an 1890 land grant institution in Georgia, and I am a sophomore. I'm using the NYX eyebrow gel in espresso. That's what I always use for my eyebrows. I am a sophomore marketing major with a minor in logistics. If I'm not talking while I'm doing my eyebrows, it's like it takes a lot of focus for me to do my eyebrows. So yes, this is my second semester here at Fort Valley State. I am a sophomore, but this is my second semester here. In high school, my junior year, I decided to dual enroll, which is basically where you take college classes while you're still in high school for college credit. And that is something that a lot of my friends did because we were all pretty much the same. We didn't really, my one friend in particular, her name is Kirsten, we did not really like our high school. It was a good school, but high school just wasn't for me. I loved school, and I knew that my dreams have always been to, go to college and get my degree and then get higher degrees and, just live the typical life that everyone has. But the high school that I went to just wasn't. I started my sophomore year was my first year in high school because my freshman year I was homeschooled online. So I went to public school my whole life, and then my freshman year of high school I was homeschooled, and then I was in high school as a sophomore. That was my first year there. So while everybody had already had the swing of things, had gotten through the kinks of finding out where they belong and getting their own friend groups, I didn't have that. And it was also my first year in that particular school, so I really knew no one. And my sister, I have a sister, she's younger than me. That was the first time that we weren't in the same school. Usually, because we're so close in age, we went to the same school, and if all else failed, I had my sister, but I didn't have that. And so it was really scary for me. I eventually made my one friend Kirsten, and so I had a friend, but it wasn't really the typical high school experience. I didn't really like it, but I did find a group of friends when I joined MCJROTC at my school, and that is where I fell in love, and that is really where I found where I was supposed to be. easy for me to make friends in there. Not at first, because a lot of people didn't think that I belonged in such a program. Because when you typically think of the Marine Corps or ROTC or people who are in ROTC, you think of like guys and girls who aren't really girly. That's the stereotype. Well, it was definitely one of the best things that I ever did. And I had to work really hard to prove myself, because just imagine me like in my full face of makeup walking in there. They're looking like, oh honey, do you need to get your schedule changed? And I'm like, no, like I really want to be here. It was definitely somewhere that I wanted to be, and I stayed in GRWM for since the second semester of my sophomore year all the way up until the first semester of my senior year. So I was in there for 4 or 5 semesters. I can't remember. And that's really where I found a solid group of friends that could really understand me despite our small differences. I did find friends, and so JROTC was the only class that I took at my base school or my regular high school, and then all my other classes I took online at there were plenty of schools that were around me in my area, colleges I mean, that I could have dual enrolled with, but being that my one friend, we decided that we were going to go to this one school, that's just where I stayed. So that was not Fort Valley State. I'm not sure if we have a dual enrollment program, but so I was dual enrolled, and I would just go to high school to take ROTC, and the rest of the day I would be at home because the college that we went to offered online classes. So I was like, oh, this is so cool, I can stay home, I can do my classwork whenever I wanted. It was just great. And I had a lot of free time, and during this time is when I realized that YouTube was my passion. And so I did have YouTube videos up. They're all private now, but during this time is when I was making YouTube videos. And I'm really picky about how my brows look. It's literally taken me the past 10 minutes to do my eyebrows. And I am so sorry, but my brows aren't, how they say that the brows are supposed to be sisters and not twins? Mine aren't even sisters. They're like 5th cousins, twice removed by marriage. Like, they do not, oh my gosh, this is not my brow day. But you know what? It honestly looks a lot better on camera than it does in real life. So we're gonna pretend like they look like this in real life. So that's what I would basically do all day while I was at home. I would watch YouTube videos and do my schoolwork, and that was that. Fast forward to when I graduated from high school. Let me backtrack a little bit. It came up to my senior year, and it was time for everyone to, find out where they were going to go to college and do all of that stuff. And being that I spent so much time in ROTC, I thought that I wanted to go into the military. I thought I wanted to become an officer in the United States Air Force. And that was my dream for about 2.5 years. That's what I wanted to do. And in the Air Force, I wanted to be a JAG officer, which is basically a lawyer. The law has always interested me, and it was something that I was passionate about. So I was like, you know what, that makes a whole bunch of sense. This will not be easy per se, but it will be something that is worthwhile. It's a stable career. I can do that for 20 years and then retire and, I don't know, live in the mountains somewhere. I don't know what I was thinking. So that was my plan. And it was a solid plan. My parents supported it. But as time went on, and it got closer and closer to graduation, the plan that I had was that I was going to go to a college that offered Air Force ROTC. I'm setting my concealer on my eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 360, so it won't crease and my eyeshadow will look nice. I'm really doing like a simple look today. I know I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm so sorry, but I'm doing a simple look today. Nothing too major. Something really light, you know, a slight beat or whatever. I like to fade my brows a little bit. Like, I know I am such a brow person, and I cannot find my what's it called? Ooh, that does not look good. Let me fix that. My brow mascara type thing. There we go. So yeah, I said I wanted to be in the military, and it was, you know, the plan, and it got closer and closer to finding the school that I wanted to go to. And I originally, ever since I was younger, I wanted to go to Fort Valley State University, and this was my dream school. And when my dreams of being in the Air Force came into existence, Air Force ROTC is not offered here at Fort Valley State. We have Army. So I'm using MAC's brown scripts in my crease kind of as a transition color. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be in the Army. I want to be in the Air Force. So I decided on a school that was near me that was an HBCU, because I wanted to go to an HBCU. That was never a question of where, if I would go to a PWI or an HBCU. That was always, ever since I knew what an HBCU was, I was like, yep, I'm gonna go to college at an HBCU, and that's just gonna be my life. So I decided on Alabama State. That's where I wanted to go. And I applied, I got accepted, filled out all my stuff, like I'm ready to go. I also applied to Fort Valley as a backup in case, you know, I had a last minute change of plans, or this was back in December of my senior year. So it wasn't like, you know, I waited till March 31st to figure out my life. So I did that, and got accepted, filled out all the paperwork, and I was ready to go. I also did the same thing for Fort Valley. So I had both options available for me because I wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision, because I like to be well thought out when I make my decisions. I don't want anything to feel rushed or, you know, be a hasty decision, because that's just not the kind of person I am. I like to just think about stuff. So, you know, I had that, and I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance, no, the World Traveler palette. Excuse me. I got this. This is, they're not selling this anymore, but this is, I got this a while ago. And I'm gonna use Fudge, the color Fudge. This is in other palettes. This like chocolatey brown kind of color right here. I'm gonna use that in my crease to deepen it up. So I had both options available, and I just spent about a month, all the way up until Christmas, figuring out which one I was gonna go with. Either way, I knew I was gonna go to college. My major never changed. My major was going to be marketing, with a minor in logistics. And then I was gonna go to law school, obviously paid for by the Air Force, because I was gonna be commissioned as an officer. Here is something on my eyelash. So I was doing that, and all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but it just, the more time went on, I just realized that maybe the Air Force wasn't going to be for me, because I just wasn't ready. I physically, like, I just was not ready to, not necessarily commit to the Air Force, but commit to that dream. So I figured that I would give myself my first full year of college to make the decision of whether or not I was going to transfer to Alabama and continue on with the Air Force track, or if I was going to stay here at Fort Valley State and just remain a civilian. So I made the decision a few weeks ago, actually, that I was not going to go into the Air Force and that I was going to remain a civilian. And I don't regret that decision, because I feel like if I am going to do something, I need to be 1000% committed, and I didn't want to like half do the military. So yeah, that's that. What lid color am I gonna go with today? I do not. Oh, I do not know. I think I'm gonna use this color from the Carly Bible palette. Everybody knows who Carly Bible is. I think I'm gonna use these two colors. I'm gonna mix them together and put them on my lid. Just slap it on there. So that's how we're here at Fort Valley State University. I'm actually gonna be doing a series of, I want to do like a kind of a cut crease type thing, but like a subtle cut crease, very subtle. I'm gonna do a series of college videos because I watched a lot of YouTube videos prior to coming to college because I needed to know what I was gonna bring, what I needed, some things I needed to know prior to that were just things that, you know, everybody should know, like things that when you apply to school they don't tell you, like things that your peers would know that you wouldn't know, well, your future peers. So I'm gonna do that so I can help somebody out, because Lord knows I needed help before I got here. What time is it? Oh, I have 20 minutes to finish getting ready. Can I do it? I don't know. So yeah, I'm using this in color, this like eggplant kind of purple color, in my outer V type area, or my outer crease, or whatever you want to call it. I typically always do the same eyeshadow look, except for my Modern Renaissance palette look. That was very new for me. I typically never do an eyeshadow look like that. I need, I'm gonna take, I don't want to take a, black. Yes, I'm gonna take Noir from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just gonna put that a little bit in my outer crease type area. And just blend that. Because I want a depth. I want depth there. I want a little bit of a smoky look. Hopefully I can do the rest of my face in a timely manner. But as far as my military dreams, I don't regret any of it, having those dreams or wanting to do what I wanted to do. It was definitely what I wanted at a certain time. Okay, I have my primers. I'm using the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smoothing Primer. This one, and then I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. This one was really popular. And then I'm going to be using the Max Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. This is a sample that I've been using for the past couple of weeks, and I really do enjoy it. I'm using the Baby Skin on my forehead and on this kind of area, my little laugh lines, because literally I laugh all the time. It may not seem like it. A lot of people think that like I'm really mean. Using the Master Prime on my nose. I'm gonna blur and smooth that and put that over there too. Get a little of that. And then I'm gonna use the Prep and Prime on my cheeks because I have dry skin. So yeah, we're gonna make sure she's not dry. We'll just blend it all together basically. Oh, not on my YouTube channel, but in real life, I get a lot of questions about my ring. No, I'm not engaged. It does look like an engagement ring, and yes, I do wear it on my ring finger. However, I am not engaged. It is a promise ring. Basically a promise that I made to myself that I was going to pursue my dreams and not kind of get discouraged, because I know sometimes in life things happen and you're like wondering why is this. Oh, the foundations I'm using are the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse Foundation in Dark 3 or Cocoa, and then I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and 355 Coconut. And you get discouraged and you're like, why is this happening to me? I don't understand any of this. So basically my ring is just a symbol that I made a promise to myself that I'm going to not get discouraged. And yes, my foundation is a lot lighter than my body. I mean, than my face is, but it's the same color as my body because my face is darker than my body. So I want my face to not be as light as my body, but not as dark as it normally is, if you get my drift. I am waiting to get my hair done until closer to my birthday. So I am wearing a half wig for the time being, which is why my hair be looking a little cray-cray. Yes, I know. But back to college, I definitely do love it at Fort Valley State. I have not once regretted my decision in attending. And one thing I like about Fort Valley is there's something for everyone. There is a lot for you, not really to do, because Fort Valley is a small town. Like, when I say small town, I mean small town. I'm gonna take that same concealer that I was using on my eyebrows, the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is in the color Espresso. Literally everything I use is either in cocoa, espresso, coconut. I don't know, because my eyebrows are espresso. Get a little there, a little under my eye area. I know I said this was going to be a light beat, but it got heavy real quick. Ooh, my shoulder just popped real quick. And I'm going to blend that out. A little Fix Plus on my brush so I can, you know, get this popping. There is a lot for you to do in terms of campus events. Quiet type of person. I don't hang around a bunch of people. I don't get into a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just really chill, you know. I like to hang out with my friends. I love to eat, that kind of thing. I'm knocking stuff down. I'm looking for, here we go. I'm gonna take my Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation in Beige 2 to set underneath my eyes. This is like my favorite powder at the moment. It's actually been my favorite powder for setting under my eyes for a while. So yeah, Fort Valley State is in the SIAC, that is our conference. And we have a pretty decent football team. It's basketball season right now. I've only been to a couple basketball games. We were conference champions in football. My shoulder keeps popping. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I'm gonna use 360 to kind of set a little bit. Not a lot. Just a smidge. Just a little smidge. I'm gonna contour a little bit with an LA Girl Pro Conceal in Mahogany. That is what I'm gonna use to contour my nose and a little bit of my cheeks, a little hair, because I have a big forehead. Oh my gosh, I'm like ooger. And I'm gonna take this elf pointed kind of brush and kind of blend a little bit. So yeah, I do want to do some videos circled around college. I have some ideas already, but I would love to know what you guys would want to see, because obviously I want to make content that y'all want to see. So let me know and I will do that. I know I'm going to be doing an HBCU tag because obviously I attend an HBCU. And if you don't know what HBCU stands for, it stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities. No, they're not just all black schools. I mean, they're predominantly black, but it's not segregated. Some people have that misconception like only black people can attend. No, we have other races and ethnicities here as well. I'm taking Maybelline's eyeshadow in Made for Mocha. That's what I used to contour with, and now I'm using it underneath my eye. I gotta hurry. I'm gonna do a small line. I'm not gonna do winged eyeliner today. I'm using the NYC liquid eyeliner. This is my favorite. Actually, I'm so lying. I'm gonna do a little wing. I'm addicted to wing eyeliner. It is my favorite. That got thick real quick. Oh gosh. This always happens when I'm filming my wing eyeliner. Okay. I have to clean that up with a little concealer because that is way too thick. I'm gonna let that do what it does. Do what it do. Let me get my lashes that I'm gonna wear today. Go. These are the Kiss. What are they? The Kiss 03 lashes. I really do like these. Yeah, they're my lash of choice for everyday use. They're really like they add a little length. They don't add that much thickness, but I mean, you don't need to be super thick on a daily basis unless you like that kind of thing. I don't like to be super thick on a daily basis, let me say that. I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna speed up the parts that I'm not talking in. And I use the Duo Dark Tone Lash Glue because I usually always wear eyeliner when I wear lashes, but if I don't like I will use sometimes the clear tone, but I feel like that dries like kind of metallic-y or whatever, and I don't like that. So if I have to use that, I always wear eyeliner. But with the dark tone, you don't necessarily have to wear eyeliner if that's not what the look permits, or if that's just not what you want to do for that day. So yeah, I feel like the dark tone gives more oh, I was wondering what that was. I'm like, what is that outside my window? But that's my roommate. I have oh, that's another thing I was going to talk about. At Fort Valley State, we have what is called Wildcat Commons, and that is where we all live. And there's different suite styles as far as kinds of rooms and whatnot, but I stay in a suite, a semi-suite. I have two other roommates. I had another roommate, but she did not come back at the beginning after, you know, the end of the semester. So we all have our own rooms, and then two of us share a bathroom. But since my roommate didn't come back, I have a bathroom to myself. So that's how it is here. I'm using the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. This is my favorite mascara for underneath my eyes. I have freaking mascara all over my face now. That's so attractive. Yep, so attractive. Today is Wednesday, and well, I'm filming this on a Wednesday. I'm not really sure when you're watching this. You're probably watching this on a Thursday. I'm not 100% sure. And Wednesdays are my short days. I only have one class on Wednesdays. And that is a philosophy class. And I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational, the one in the pink one, for my top lashes. And I'm only putting on a smidgen because I don't like a whole bunch, because this is a natural lash, almost natural, if lashes can be natural. So yeah, I have an intro to philosophy class, and that is my only class on Wednesdays. Whew. Putting on lashes takes so much concentration. It literally is like you need surgical precision, or you are gonna poke your eye out or get mascara on your face like I just did. Yay me. Today's makeup application is going a little haywire. But yes, today is Wednesday, and I don't know about other HBCUs, but I know about my HBCU, and Wednesdays here at Fort Valley State are fried chicken Wednesdays. And the caf is packed. What is it, 12 o'clock? Yes, it is packed right now. I have not yet gone to a fried chicken Wednesday. I know, shame on me. But I have not yet gone to a fried chicken Wednesday, but I will be soon. Oh my gosh. Okay, that part is done. Now I need to do my lips. I'm gonna do my typical everyday lip, which I know y'all are gonna get tired of seeing. I promise I'm gonna branch out. But today I have a business meeting, so we're gonna keep it kind of neutral, since I have all my little lashes or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it light with the blush. I'm using the e.l.f. blush palette in dark, and I'm using this shade right here. It's like a peachy kind of color. And it just adds like a nice touch color. Just a touch. And I'm using the Lorac Tantalizer. This is my all-time favorite highlighter. Baked bronzer. I'm using this as my highlight. 9 times out of 10, if you see my highlight and it's popping, this is what I'm wearing. I may put something on top of it, but this is always what I'm wearing, like always. I'm gonna spare a little face plus, so I, you know, can be a Bonds donut goddess. But yeah, I have not gone to Fried Chicken Wednesdays yet. I know. Tragedy. I'm gonna go one day, probably next week. And when I do go, I'm gonna vlog it so you guys can see how packed it is. And this chicken better be banging, because if it is not all that, and I'll waste my time and have to freaking reenact Lion King just to get a wing or a leg, I am gonna be a little heated. Okay, so for lips, I'm kissing my moisturizer off. I mean my lip balm off my hand. I'm using MAC's Chestnut to line my lips. That's what I typically use as my first liner. Okay, we got that done. I don't know why I keep my MAC lip liners in their boxes. Like, who does that? And I'm taking the NYX Lip Lingerie in Teddy. Before it dries, I use a little bit of the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Club Hopper, just to define my lips a little more. And then blend, blend, blend. And I'll take just a smidge more. Just a smidge. And I'm done. Voila. Magic. Magic. And so I'm taking the Max Fix Plus and the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. And now I'm going to get changed and I'm going to show you guys my outfit. Got in my mouth.
Yes, baby. You better read, girl. Yeah, let them use you. Yes, honey. Work it. Work it. Yes.
My face left a kiss right in its place. Your lips are elegant in taste.